Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today we will be working on the Pirates of the Caribbean PC. For those of you who saw our previous video, you can see the skull up the top has been crushed, the side panels have been crushed and broken. This was all during shipping. I had to use some 3M tape to actually stick those side panels back on because the panels broke and then I couldn't screw the screws back in. So just a whole lot of pain and trouble trying to get this all fixed, but we need to get it fixed up. It's going to be going at PAX Australia on display, so I hope you all enjoy. I actually didn't have this video prepared until yesterday, guys. So the reason is because I had a really cool video coming out for you guys, a final custom PC for a client, but unfortunately the pump was DOA, so it wasn't working, and now we have to wait for another pump to arrive before we can get that video out to you guys. So hopefully we can get that out to you guys next week. So starting things off, we have to remove all of these panels. You can see that the paint was all water damaged. It's now just flaky, it's chipping away. So I'm gonna have to strip all of that paint back. You can see all the green plant work up the top has all been stripped off. So it's left all of this glue residue. So we're gonna strip that all right back using a sander. And then we're going to go through the proper preparation and paint it again. But this time we're gonna be using a really good sealant. So it'll be like an awesome clear coat over the top, still giving it that natural sort of rustic effect while keeping its aesthetics. We also want to paint the inside and get it done to the potential that we actually wanted in the first place. So if you guys remember the first video, we got our equipment 2 AM the night before we had to actually finish the build. So we weren't left with a lot of time to actually complete this, but fortunately for us, we did complete it to a pretty high standard, we feel. So right now I'm just emptying what's left in the loop and obviously taking all the hardware out because we're going to strip this right back to get it ready for some paint work. We're going to be using some awesome rust effects and some aged copper effects on the inside because we feel that this best represents the Pirates of the Caribbean sort of theme that we are going for. The boat and the tentacles will all need to be patched up, as I'm sure a lot of you guys saw in one of our previous videos on the Pirates of the Caribbean build. The tentacles were damaged, they were cracked, but this sort of cracked, messy theme might actually come in nice and actually make it look like that the Kraken has been injured and just parts have been broken from the tentacles of the Kraken. And the skull up the top, that's all cracked, but we can make that like a boneyard, which someone suggested in the comments on our last video. So I'm very grateful for your comments down below, guys, because you guys helped me out with the suggestions more than you guys think, and it's really appreciated and definitely appreciate the support. I'm going to change the theme on the inside up a bit. I want to make some moving parts, so I might get some actuators in there, make some crazy things happening. Still want that boat and the Kraken inside because obviously that is a big representation of Pirates of the Caribbean with the Kraken swallowing up the ship as a whole. We still do have the reservoir down the bottom, all in blue. Now we wanted to make this part of a loop, so I'll probably put that in a separate loop now that we have some time to spare. This build will also be at EB Games Expo in the Gold Coast coming up in a couple of weeks, so we don't have a lot of time to finish this. I'm actually hoping to finish it this weekend if I can. If not this weekend, then hopefully throughout the week. But we definitely want to get that greenery on. We're thinking about putting some chains on the inside of the build, hanging it from the roof with a bit of vine sort of work and just general things like that that will sort of match that sort of rustic theme, bringing some of that green from the outside to the inside so it all matches no matter which way you look at the build from. So as I said, a shame that I couldn't bring that final PC build video out for you guys for the client build. That will be next week, depending on whether the pumps arrive on time. I hope they do because it is one kick-ass build and I'm sure you guys will enjoy. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe. Remember, we have plenty more custom PCs on the channel. We've got water cooling tutorials, modding tutorials and reviews, and plenty more, guys. So definitely consider subscribing and checking out more videos after this one if you enjoyed. Thanks for all the support, and we'll see you guys in the next one.